You know how information just filters out there? You go visiting, you have friends, children. I mean, the children around you somehow, and they just say these things in this innocent way that children do, and it kind of sticks because you're not in a classroom setting, nor are you in a lecture theater. But you sort of like think about what the girl or what the boy has said and think, yeah, I didn't really need to be that wasteful. I don't really need these lights truly. And somehow, I mean, if you're anything like me, it just tends to linger on in your mind. And when you least expect it, it pops up in your subconsciousness and says, oh, okay, I can close the tap now. I can open the curtains. I don't really need that. It would help us, people like me, to stay fit as well if we ate just a little bit less, and then we kept the leftovers and donated to people that actually need it out there in the
Need it
society.
out there. Okay, let me ask Dr. Jubina, in terms of caring for the environment, a lot of people would allege that Nigerians are not particularly interested because we don't have the understanding of the significance of it.
Not the culture.
And we need to get your thought on this. We have to round up now, but give us what your thoughts are on where we are at and what we need to do to move up into the 21st century.
Maybe to come back to what you said, it's our generation that are responsible for the level of degradation that we have today, which is why the whole idea of catching the younger generation, because it belongs to them. The environment belongs to the younger generation. We will, I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine about coming on this program, and he said to me, oh, all this degradation, when is this planet Earth of ours going to? So I said to him, look, the rate we're going, in the next 100 years, we may not have the kind of environment that we have today, conducive for living. And he said to me, oh, 100 years, by then I'll be gone.
It wouldn't matter to me.
So, but you see, that is the apathy. That is the problem that we are facing, because we have to leave something for the next generation. And if we go on allowing the degradation to occur the way it is going, by not doing simple things as enumerated in that book, by not caring for what comes next, then of course our planet will suffer greatly.
Okay.
Because we know that there are other planets where you don't have life.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
If care is not taken, very soon there will be very little or nothing left.
Okay. We like I said earlier, we've got to wrap up. Your final word, Kunle, in terms of the future of a competition of this nature.
I think competitions like this are very important for Nigeria. We need to do more of them so that we can get our kids to read. They are book-based competitions as against simply giving a topic for people to write. So if children get to read these books and participate in competitions like this, it can help them to learn and to grow their reading culture. So I think it's very important. I think it should be encouraged. I think the more of such competitions we have, the better for our kids with regards to developing a reading and learning culture.
Okay, your final word, ma'am.
My
and
final
I can see
word.
you want to show us something you use.
This, I would maybe want him to say as a final word, because there's something that I want to put out there. You were saying about how people should be encouraged to sustain the environment. This has to do with GEFTY level 2. We've explained to children that you've heard a lot, I mean, once they've got the basic knowledge, that you've heard a lot about sustaining the environment, planting trees, but GEFTY level 2 tells them how we can empower them while sustaining the environment. My common analogy, which I always love to put out there, instead of just planting trees, plant an orange tree, for instance, whereby you'd have an orange orchard, whereby the oranges would need to be sent for processing. So you have processing jobs, delivery jobs, administrative jobs, sales jobs, and so that is we've caught the GEFTY level 1, which is green education for the youth via the national competition. But the GEFTY level 2, we're catching and encouraging our youths to tell them, because the GEFTY level 2 is green empowerment for the youth, that we're saying you should sustain the environment, but you can actually earn a living by so doing. So it's not just about planting trees for the fun of it. You can actually do so many things. They're recycling jobs, waste to wealth, solar energy. We're trying to explain to them that why trying to save the environment, you can earn a living. And I think this is getting the children and the youth motivated, getting them more interested in coming on board the mission to sustain
For
the
people who would
environment.
like to lay their hands on this pamphlet, where can we find it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The book. It's a book. Yes.
Well,
How do
now
we
that the
find it?
competition has come and gone, I might think of putting it out there, because in addition to what Mr. Kasumu said, we realized that there were some children that might not be able to download the book. We did actually make an attempt to send some books to every state in Nigeria through the Ministry of Education, so that the few that couldn't download the book could actually use it. And because we wanted to use the book for the competition, we couldn't actually sell it, because I didn't want to be accused of trying to make sales out of it. But now, maybe now that the competition has come and gone, then we might have an online book version of the book where people can actually buy the book online.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very
This
much.
is the
Yes.
consolation prize for the other, that would make 23, because only 36 turned up in the end. 23 students that didn't make the final. So the 26 semi-finalists are going home with
Galaxy.
branded, yes, so that they
Wow,
have
it's branded.
something to show for the efforts that they actually put in.
Wow.
Yes.
Fantastic. That's
Amazing.
very well done. So thank you very much.
Thank
the
you
wife
too.
of the governor of Ogun State, Mrs. Olufunso Amosun, thank you very much for coming on Sunrise today. And also thanks very much, Dr. Newton Juvenile, founder, Fight Against Desert Encroachment, and you are an environmental activist. And of course, our own dear Kunle Kasumo, presenter, the channel's book lover and producer as well. Thank you very much. Dr. Jubuna, I'm sure we will be calling you back again soon, because there are always environmental issues that we want to discuss on the station. Madam, it's great to have you here.
Nice to be here.
And we hope that we'll have this again next year.
I hope so too.
Oh, good. So we'll be working
Looking forward
together.
to it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So Sunrise is not going away. We take a short break. When we come back, another very interesting conversation. Not competition this time. It will be conversation, and that conversation is going to be about Nigeria's game against Sudan. As they say, Sudan must fall.
My hands here first. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, join us again.